Racing on Monday takes place out at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. Not often we have 10 races on the program on a Monday, and we begin at 12:20. And we are racing over 1,200 meters. That is the first race. Joining me on the line is Brandon Bailey. Brandon, how are you doing?
We're still trying to recover, Raheel. It was a tough day at the office, obviously on Saturday at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. I think the PA paid nearly 13,000 Rand. One or two very disappointing performances from some of the big horses, but that's the game, I guess, Raheel. At this stage, obviously a number of horses still trying to get ready for the season ahead, so they're entitled to blow those cobwebs away, and hopefully they bounce back to their best form. But good card come Monday, hopefully we can recover.
Well, let's get straight into it. The first race on the program over the 1,200 meter trip, and Love in Prague is the favourite here at 18-10. Number 8 Prairie Dawn on offer at 2-1. Slash and Burn at 5-1. It's in 7-1 and better about the balance. The one horse is out. That is Rock Around the Clock. Brandon, race number 1 doesn't form part of the exotics, but what's your thoughts here?
So, Raheel, I just want to touch on a few. Obviously, number 2, Loving Prague, been rested for 72 days. I think the current price is in the region of 17-10. Aldo Dume gets the ride for Andre Nel. And I'm just having a look at this colt. I mean, I happened to spend a bit of time watching him in the parade ring on debut. He's a lovely looker. He really catches your eye in the parade ring. Still very green first time out. We know that there's been a few winners from that form line behind Night Rain on the 30th of August. Just to mention a few, Delta Pride and Astronomical Boy. They've put him away. He should be, I'm going to say, no doubt he's going to improve a good couple of lengths from his first run into his second run. So I can see why there's been a little bit of support for number 2, Loving Prague. He's got a massive winning chance. And then further down the page, if punters can, you know we love our replays, and that's where you can find winners. Go and watch the replay of number 8, Prairie Dawn, on debut. Gavin Larena for Justin Snaith. This horse should have finished right on top of them. He was just about to chime into the race at the right time, and the door shut in his face. He looks to be a nice horse. I know he jumped at a big price on debut. He was 50-1, but I think he's got any amount of improvement to come. And then obviously number 5, Umzingeli Winyati, in hope that this run hasn't come too soon. He'll be right there. So tricky race to open up proceedings, but I think the winner will come either from number 2, Loving Prague, or number 8, Prairie Dawn.
Move along to the second race on the program, set to be run over the 1,200 meter trip as well. Open maiden, fillies and mares, and 12:50. It is the start of the bipod, and your favourite in this contest is number 5, Got the Look at 11-10. Raffish Trend at 33-10. Penny's Choice at 7-2. You can then get 10-1 and better about the balance. Brandon, this filly Got the Look. She's been disappointing and costly to follow at her last 2 starts, and I like the way that this filly Raffish Trend has improved from one run to the next, and we saw a winner from that form line just yesterday, and this filly gets the services of Gavin Larena now.
Yeah, so I just want to touch on Got the Look, Raheel. I'll just give you my opinion. I think it's just been a case of maybe she's just bumped a few nice horses along the way. I know it's being an open maiden, we need to look at the weights quite carefully. She carries 61 kilograms. I'm not going to read too much into that because we've seen it time and time again in these open maidens. The top weights can come through with flying colours. So let me start with number 5, Got the Look. We go to a penultimate start. I know it was Reed Petit's debut run, but she ran second nonetheless on the 9th of September. She looked to have the race sewn up, and then Reed Petit came with that classy, devastating turn of foot to grab her on the line. She followed that up on the 18th of October. She had a tricky draw. I know there was lots of talk for the winner, Midnight Lady. She's been showing some good work back at home, according to Glenn Cotton and Chad Little. So you have to think it's just a case of bumping horses along the way that are just way above average. I mean, in that particular race, there was a horse called Boozy Susie who came out to frank the form. Of course, Boozy Susie ran 4th in that race where Got the Look ran 2nd. So I am going to go with Got the Look. I know she's 11-10. It's restrictive odds, and punters are going to say, Brandon, you're tipping another favourite. But it's now or never. I can't see any Reed Petites in this race. I can't see any Midnight Ladies in this race, and even further, I'm going to say I can't see any Boozy Susies in this race. So I think she'll get it right. I think she's in the right race at the right time. So 11-10, I'm happy to take that price. Ravish Trend, you touched on her. Good run last time, Raheel. Made remarkable improvement from run 1 to run 2. You did touch on the fact that there's been a winner from that form line. Of course, Inner Bloom won a great race at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Saturday. So she's going about her business quietly. Gavin Arena's been booked for ride for Adam Marcus. And, of course, Adam had a winner as well, which is good for the stable. Objada R won a good race on Saturday. So everybody will be in good spirit from that camp. But got the look from me, Raheel. If she can't get it right here, she won't get another rand from me.
Moving along to race number 3, start off the place accumulator. 20 past 1 is the off time. It's a maiden plate for fillies and mares over the 1400 meter trip. And Brandon, there's been an important scratch in here. Miss Sakura is out. I'm going to leave the pronunciation of horse number 4 to you. Daughter of One Will. She tops the boards at 12 to 10. You can get 6 to 1 and better about the balance. But I like a horse here that's at a big price at 12 to 1. The sister to Double Grand Slam. I think she's a big improver going over 1400 meters.
Yeah, I'm sure Peaches and Cream will improve quite a bit. She made good improvements, obviously, from her first run into her second run when running 5th, beaten 4 lengths by Stedford. Impeccably well bred. You've touched on the family, and she looks to be going about things the right way as well. It's an open race, Raheel. I'm just going to say number 4. Is that okay with you?
Give it a try.
Kata Quadrat. I'm going to have to get it right because I'm calling tomorrow, so I'm going to have to go back to Alistair and see what the exact pronunciation of that horse is. But yes, she ran a great race first time out. Of course, she was low flying, doing some good work late behind Flying South. We touched on that form line in the previous race. Of course, the run on the 18th of October. She was doing some good work late, and she also has to take that step forward. So no doubt she's done the improvement back at home. So you can make a case for number 4. Further down the page, I thought number 5, Kubu, ran a good race on debut. Of course, Nicola Ewan riding fantastically well at the moment. Justin Snaith has given her some great opportunities. She opened up the meeting with Nava 7 on Saturday afternoon. So Kubu's also going to improve from her first run into her second run. You've touched on number 9, Peaches and Cream. And then one other horse I just want to give a big shout out to. I couldn't believe the price. We write horses off after one disappointing run. Number 11, Amaya. Gareth Wright for Candace Bass. I'm of the opinion she just did way too much too early last time. She had that tricky draw, so she had to press forward, and she became very one pace behind Red Beryl on the 5th of October. Now in a straight, or should I say over 1,400 meters, Raheel, the draw is a concern, but I'm hoping that they give her a chance. That's my biggest hope, is that they don't chase her forward and find herself racing 3 deep, because then she's going to flatten out. So if she's given a bit of a chance, she'll be doing some good work into the closing stages. But open race, you're going to have to go wide over here.
That is the third race. Next up, race number 4, start off the pick 6, and the 4th race is at 13:55, 1,400 meters the trip. It is an open maiden. Favorite in this contest is Clark Griswold at 22 to 10, Sliver of Sunshine 3 to 1, District Master 5 to 1, along with Balzi Rossi 6 to 1, Somerstern 14 to 1, and better about the balance. Brandon, this horse Somerstern, I like him quite a lot in this contest. Drawn in gate number 1 over 1,400 meters. I think that's going to be the trick with him. And last time out, he found himself a bit too far back in the run-in. Fox on the run, winning from that form line. Objada Art also coming through to win from that piece of form. So I think he's terrific value in this race at 6 to 1. And I must be honest, I think he's probably overpriced.
Yeah, so right here, when I looked at the race, I've made it an absolute 2-horse race between number 1, Somerstern, and number 4, Clark Griswold. I know number 5, Sliver of Sunshine, is also improving, and we know that Dean Canema is doing exceptionally well at the moment. They had a terrific time at the office on Saturday, Dean Canema and Craig Zaki. So respect for number 5, Sliver of Sunshine. But let's start with number 1, Somerstern. I agree with you. I think 6 to 1 was way overpriced. Ran a good race last time behind Fox on the run. He was drawn wide on that occasion, and he was dropped out. He had to unfortunately take his medicine from a bad draw, and he was really catching the eye late. Chad Little for Lucinda Woodruff. Of course, they had that horse Inner Bloom that was supported on Saturday from 7 to 1 into 11 to 2. This horse has finally got a draw. We just got to hope that he can put himself in the race, Raheel. He tends to spit the dummy out, if that's the right term, a bit early in his races, and then he finds himself a good 8-9 lengths off the leader. So if Somerstern can bounce, travel a bit better in his races, horses, he'll be right on top of them. There's no doubt that draw's going to help him, and the step up in trip's going to help him. And then number 4, Clark Grieswold. Go back and watch his replay last time. In fact, another 2 jumps, he's in front. He was finishing like an absolute steam train when running third to Astronomical Boys. Debut run was a good run behind Viva's Liberté. He's also doing things the right way. There's no doubt he's going to love the step up in trip. He's got the draw. He'll be just off them early, and he'll be low flying. So just 2 horses for me, Raheel, 1 and 4. I can't see the winner coming from anywhere else.
That is the 4th race. Next up, race number 5, start of Jackpot 1. It is a C Stakes over the 1400 meter trip. 2:30 is the off time, and Primal Instinct, recent maiden winner at 22-10. Star in Motion 28-10. Marcus Aurelius, he is at 4-1 in a timely manner at 5-1. You can then get double figure odds about the balance. This horse, Primal Instinct, won a good race last time out, beaten Super Viking, who unfortunately did absolutely zilch for that form line yesterday. But this horse can only improve with racing, and on the back of his latest victory, he's a horse that certainly seems that there's plenty of ability there.
Raheel, I'm not sure about those form lines. You've touched on it. It wasn't the strongest of races. Now, initially on the 27th of September, if you pull up that form line, you mentioned Super Viking, who didn't do too much at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Saturday. I know the bad draw, and they dropped him out. He had a mountain to climb. He must have had 18 lengths to make up when they swung for home. So he'll probably end up being the best of the lot, Super Viking. But you had horses like Greek High Race, who's not going to Hollywood. That'll be the day. Came out to get nailed on the line by Williams Woman. So I'm not sure about the form line. I must be completely honest with you. Raheel, what price is Devilish Saints? Have you got that betting in front of you?
Yep, that's 12-1.
I'm going to take my chances and say there's a bit of place value to have around number 4, Devilish Saints. Grant Van Niekerk for Des McLaughlin drops even further in the ratings. I thought he was teed up to run a cracker last time when we're finishing 3 and a bit lengths behind Prince of Tibet. But he's run to It Is My Time and then followed that up, beaten 2 and a bit lengths by Major Master on the 9th of September. Pull up that run on the 9th of September. You had horses just in front of him, Industrial Strength, Nevada King, Spirit. All horses that will be quite short in the market if they were to line up over here. And he gets a further 2 points drop from the handicapper. So Devilish Saints, good draw. I'm going to take my chances and say there's some place value to be had with him.
Yep, that is a 12-1 shot in race number 5. Nice value to be had in the 5th race, start of Jackpot 1. Race number 6, this is a class 4 fillies and mares. 1600 meters a trip, 3 is the off time. And having a look at the market for this contest, Reed Petite tops the boards here at 6-10. Open up at 11-10, and that was snapped up. She's now at 6-10. Viva La Vida 3-1. Educator 7-1. It's then 14-1 and better about the balance. Brandon, I'm not quite sure I understand the market here, because I don't understand why there's such a big discrepancy between the two of them. And I know that there's 3 kgs between them, but Viva La Vida must be the value now at 3-1.
Raheel, this is going to sound ridiculous, but I'm going to take you on over here. I don't want to know Reed Petite. I'm supremely confident. I know she's quite short in the market. I think 9-10 is the price you quoted. But she's a very smart filly. Is it 6-10? All right, so the guys have taken the 9-10 and they've shortened into 6-10. She's smart. Trust me, she's very, very good, this filly. She's a big girl. She's all legs at the moment. She's nowhere near the finished article. From a good draw, I'm supremely confident. I mean, the step up in trip, I know it's only 100 meters, but the further they go with Reed Petite, the better she'll be. I don't think she'll be as far back as she was last time out. I think she'll be a lot closer to the speed this time. We know she's got a wonderful turn of foot, and I'm of the opinion that she'll win, and she'll win quite comfortably. Yes, Viva La Vida, very smart filly. Mr. Marshall has made it known that he thinks quite a bit of her. She would have still needed that comeback run where she fought hard to win a good race. She's lined up for a big season. But when it comes to this race on Monday afternoon, I'm supremely confident that Reed Petite will take a power beating.
That is race number 6. Yeah, Brandon, we call in Reed Petite and Viva La Vida in the 6th race on Monday. Race number 7 next up, and this will be the start of Jackpot 2. 15:40 the off time. It is a B stakes of the 1600 meter trip, and Industrial Strength is your 5-2 favorite. Mente et Manu at 33-10, 7-2 Major Master, 11-2 about Chasing the Rainbow. It's 8-1 and better about the balance. Brandon, I think Monday it's duck or no dinner with this horse, Industrial Strength. I think the blinkers are the master move here. I think that's what he needs to get his mind on the job, and I think he'll get that overdue 3rd victory.
Raheel is one of those Konnichiwa horses. You know, I mentioned in my preview that I did on Saturday when I was chatting to the guys. We've been for Konnichiwa a number of times. In fact, I thought he was a racing certainty last time, if that term does exist. And he got beaten by Joshua. Lo and behold, we completely brassed him on Saturday in the lucky last, and he won by a good 3 lengths in the end, probably beating the strongest field that he's met. So it just shows you how racing can make fools of us all. But maybe you're right. Maybe the blinkers is what he needs. I mean, last time he moved up like he was going to go on and win by a good couple of lengths. Craig Zaki went at the right time, and he found something to come and beat him. When I say found something, he found a very nice horse in the form of 10 Penny, who's held in high regard by Paddy Crayer, who came to beat him on that occasion. So if the blinkers help him and he focuses a little bit better, there's no doubt that he's got a winning chance. But the race doesn't stop there. Chasing the rainbow. Callan Murray for James Crawford. I've always thought quite a bit of this horse. I can't wait for him to get to the summer course at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. He's got an unbelievable turn of foot. Major Master. Raheel, you must have been impressed with his win last time.
Yeah, it was a very, very good win. I mean, the way he turned it on, especially returning off a rest over a trip that I thought was sharp for him.
He was stone motherless when they turned for home. In 2 strides, he had hit the front and he won in workmanlike fashion. If he can build on that or even bring that performance to the course on Monday afternoon, he'll be right there, no doubt. And then one other horse I just want to touch on is number 6, Mente et Manu. Richard Fourie for Justin Snaith. He's come alive, this horse. His last 2 wins have been super impressive, and Richard Fourie was quite complimentary of his ability in the post-race interview last time. So 6, Mente et Manu must have a chance. And then Ricky Maingard and Grant van Niekerk, they wrapped up racing on Saturday. They wrapped up with Konnichiwa. They got this horse as hard as nails, Pinot Grigio. The more you throw at him, the more he keeps giving. So if you look past industrial strength, I think you need to go a good 4 or 5 horses to survive the exotics.
Yeah, I agree with Brian. It does appear to be that way. That was race 7, the start of Jackpot 2. Next up, race number 8. And the 8th race is set to be run over a 1,600 meter trip. 20 past 4 is the off time. It is a D stakes, and your favorite here is Numbers 3 and 6, Midway and Red Coral, 7-2. Prince of Tibet, 4-1. Sesame, 9-2. Diogenes at 5-1, and then it is 10-1. And bet about those. Brandon, this looks like a field race to me.
Well, you know the D stakes, they very hard to put your chest out and be overly confident about anything. I mean, you can run this race 5 times over, you'll get a different result each time, Raheel. I just want to touch on the filly, Sesame, Chad Little and Glenn Cotson. She came from a mile back last time out. It was a great run behind Mella's Strength. She was drawn awkwardly at Hollywoodbets Durbanville, and she was doing some good work late. Now she's got the draw in her favour, so I can see her winning. 2, Prince of Tibet won a good race, beating a nice 3-year-old last time out in the form of Delta Pride. Before that, he ran a good second to Mella's Strength over 1,600 meters, so nothing wrong with his form. Richard Fourie gets the ride again from a good draw. He'll be right there, no doubt. Number 2, Prince of Tibet. I think the same thing can be said about Midway. He's one of those horses that moves up, he travels well in his races, and then he finds something to come and collar him late. But he's ultra consistent. And then further down the page, if he gets some luck in running, I know it's going to be hard for him, but number 10, Diogenes, must have some sort of a chance as well, just on the fact that he's still improving. Muzieni won a good race on him last time out, and Justin Snaith obviously in good form at the moment. But I don't like the look of it, Raheel. I don't want to sound like a stuck record, but again, 4 horses, maybe even 5 horses for your exotics.
Yeah, not a race that is going to take a lot of winning, but a race where you need to go a bit wide. Race number 9 next up. This is a class 5 for fillies and mares over 1,200 meters, and your favorite is number 5, Match That, 16-10, down 13-10. It is 3-1 Midnight Lady, Du Maurier at 7-2, 7-1, and bet about the balance. Royal Rhythm is out. Brandon, race 9, your thoughts?
Surely Match That's got to be the right horse, Raheel. I mean, good run last time out. Nice confidence-boosting run. She was doing some good work late behind Garden of Eden. Again, the draw didn't help her on that occasion, but she's always been held in high regard. She won her first start when she beat that filly, She's My World, who's way above average. She followed that up, obviously running 3 lengths behind Dream World, then maybe a bit disappointing, to say it as it is. I mean, I thought she would have won that race back on the 12th of June. She was disappointing, no doubt, when beaten 3 lengths by Paralegal, and then put away for a small amount of time, came back, ran a good race behind Garden of Eden. So Match That in this race, she's got the ability to win, no doubt. The only danger and the unknown quantity is number 7, Midnight Lady. I was on course. They were speaking highly of this filly. Apparently, she shows unbelievable work back at home. So they were not shocked that she won first time out. And based on what they think of her, she has to be the unknown quantity. I mean, if she's as good as they think she is, she can certainly go bang, bang and win again. But just the 2 horses, Match That and Midnight Lady, that should be enough.
We move along to race number 10, the final race on the day. 5:30 is the off time. It is a C stakes over 1,200 meters. And Showgirl is your favorite at 3-1. Spirit at 33-10, 7-2 about Kelp Forest. It is 10-1 and better about the balance. Brandon, it's a type of race where you could get a bit of a result in the final race on the day, but the horse that I'm excited to see, in fact, we worked together that day at Hollywoodbets Scottsville when this filly ran, Showgirl, and I mean, she was ultra impressive, and she was a horse that I think she's going places. I mean, it's not easy to win off the layoff that she did, 500 and some odd days, but the manner in which she won was so impressive, and I know she takes on the boys, and it's not going to be easy out the maidens, but she's a filly of most interest for me.
So, Raheel, we worked together spot on. It was a great day at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. You listened to the post-race interview. Who did Peter Muscat say that she reminds him of?
Yeah, the great Winx.
Correct. Now, I don't want to say that by any stretch of the imagination he implied that this is the new Winx, but I mean, she's just beautiful, isn't she? She's got all the right qualities. She's a big girl. I see they've done the weights already. She's 538 on the scale. She's just magnificent, number 9, Showgirl. I believe there's a bit of talk around Cape Town that she's flying back at home. So I'm going to follow you, Raheel. She's of interest. If she can bring that last run to the course again, I think she'll take a power of beating. They clearly think the world of her. Richard Fourie sticks with her. Peter Muscat's opened the gates already here in the Western Cape. And I think she'll go very close to winning.
Yep, that is horse number 9, Showgirl, at 3-1 in the market in the final race on the day at 5:30. We're going to move along to the suggested bet now. Brandon will take us through his suggested bet for racing on Monday, and it is 10 races on the program. Race number 1 set to get underway at 12:20. Brandon, take it away.
Thank you, Raheel. I'm going to tip up a buy pot. We'll take our chances. Let's mix it up and try our luck. The buy pot starts at 12:50, so the viewers out there have got more than enough time to get involved. In the first leg, we're going to banker the favourite, number 5, Got the Look, at 11-10. She should run in the first 2, no doubt. Then the next leg being race 3, 4, 5, 11 and 13. So 4, Katakwat Quadrat. We have to include number 5, Kubu. I like a bit of number 11, Amaya. And then we know 13 has been scratched. So if you want to leave it as is or you want to change it, you can include the horse that Raheel mentioned, number 9, Peaches and Cream. Let's go to the next leg of the bar pot. Race number 4. I'm just going 1 and 4. Somerstern and number 4, Clark Grieswald. The next leg will go 1, 3, 4 and 7. 1 being Marcus Aurelius. The 3 horse is Star in Motion. The next horse I want to include at a big price is Devil a Saint, number 4, and then number 7, Primal Instinct, who won his last run in good style. So 1, 3, 4 and 7 in that particular leg of the buy pots. Penultimate leg, we're going to bank at number 5. I'm very confident, Reed Petite. And the last leg of the bar pot, race 7 off at 15:40. We're going 1, 4, 5 and 6. 1, Chasing the Rainbow, number 4, Major Master, 5, Industrial Strength, and number 6, Mente et Menu. My best bet will be race 6, number 5, Reed Petite. No more 9-10. She's gone 6-10. And my value bet, I just thought a decent price, just because he's so consistent at that level, is race 8, number 2, Prince of Tibet.
That is Brandon's suggested bet for racing on Monday. Brandon, thanks for your time. All the best. And enjoy your Sunday and have a wonderful week ahead.
Thank you very much, Raheel. Thanks to all the viewers out there. I know they had an awful day if they followed the podcast on Saturday at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. But we can't tip them up all the time. You know how the game works. We come back, we fight. It's good meeting on Monday. And hopefully we can recover the lot ski. We'll chat again soon. Have a good weekend. Cheers, Raheel.
Best of luck with racing on Monday.